The four of you are standing in an airlock between testing chambers E and F. The space is about 6 feet by 6 feet, 8 feet high. There are two square airlock doors, both ringed in red light. The doors look like metal elevator doors that open at a diagonal instead of vertically. After Jasmin noticed the sound of gas entering the chamber and pointed it out, Zan used her ethereal longbow to blast the grate clean off the ceiling. In the space above the ceiling tiles, you found the end of a small pipe emitting what you assume to be knockout gas. Max took his trusty metal dart and used it to plug the end of the pipe, buying you all some time to do whatever it is you want to do. I believe Cody is sitting on the floor having a little freakout time. And you hear a chime. Ding, ding. Calibration has been completed. Stress testing of the SPEL proprietary wristbands must commence after subjects have been reset to full health. Please breathe in and out as normal to commence reset. So what do you do?
Stress testing is fucking right. Sorry, kid.
That's okay. I've heard the word before.
Cody is resigned to hearing more swear words.
Are there more exits to the room?
No, so you have the two airlock doors, and then you've made a small hole in the ceiling. Like the tile has come off, and there is a space up there.
Did y'all get us stuck in here?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure we were already stuck in here.
Yeah, and if they keep knocking us out and then dragging us to the other room, then there has to be someone or something that comes to get us, so they have to come from somewhere.
Also, like, I don't know where this is going. Like, we were just sort of given powers or whatever, but like, I'm pretty sure Max died. And like, I don't know what to do with this anymore. Do we just keep going?
I want to go home.
Yeah.
Is the dart stuck in this pipe, or am I holding it closed?
You are holding it. There is a small amount of pressure pushing back against it. And I think you can tell that if you let go, it'll come back out.
Okay.
So Max is standing there with one arm up.
Can I search the room?
Yes. Why don't you make an investigation check?
Okay. Now comes the time where I have to admit that I hadn't prepared as much as I thought I had, by which I mean that I don't know where my dice are. Give me
Okay, great.
a second.
Yeah.
Okay, I found them. I don't
Wonderful.
know why they were in my kitchen.
You just needed to roll some checks on your soup.
I think it's because I used my dice tray when I was cooking. Because I needed a place to put the onions.
Some diced vegetables.
Yes. Diced vegetables.
Roll an investigation check.
7 + 2.
You're in a small space. There's two airlock doors. The red light means that the doors won't open when you walk near them. And there is a hole in the ceiling with a little pipe sticking out. You got a 9, so.
Yes.
After talking about being stuck in there, Cody's now afraid that they actually are stuck in there. And so he also wants to look around the room from his vantage point on the ground.
Beautiful. Roll an investigation check.
That's a 7.
You're in a small room. You hate it.
With your plus?
Yep, that was a 5 + 2. 7.
Just to be clear, the space with the pipe coming out of it, does it indicate that, like, is there like a small pipe coming out of like a larger hole? Like, is there like a crawl space up there?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to roll an investigation check on it?
Sure.
Do it.
Yeah, let's. That's a 10.
Yes, there's a space up there. Looks like a space. Actually, with a 10, I'll say that you could probably fit up there. Max
Okay.
definitely couldn't.
Okay,
Cody
cool.
definitely could. You're like, yeah, I could maybe fit up there. It's pretty high, though. Someone would need to give you a boost.
Hey, Max, can you give me a boost? I'm gonna try to get up there. Wait, hold on. No, you're holding the thing.
I can hold it.
Oh, it's fine. You can just like use me as a ladder, right? That's a thing.
Like a tree.
Like a cheerleader. That cheerleaders do that, right? I don't know what cheerleaders do.
I have no idea. Okay. Could you like hold your hand out or something to like give me a so I could step on it and sort of boost up that way?
Yeah, I'll squat a little bit and make. Since I have the other hand up, I'll just make half a cup, like on my thigh, and then try and lift her up a little bit.
Okay, sure. Great.
This feels really undignified somehow.
All right.
What check do I make?
I'll say you can make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's a 6.
Can I help by boosting her up with gust?
Okay. So Jasmin looks towards you and extends her hand, and you just get blasted by a bunch of air. I don't think that helps.
Except now I look more tussled.
Yep. Your hair is windswept backwards from your scalp. Well,
Hey, do y'all remember how one night we were all asleep wherever we were, and then we woke up here? Like, what if we just let them go to put us to sleep, and maybe they'll put us back?
I mean, I don't think they're gonna put us back in our homes right now, at least. They said something about stress testing.
But they said calibration was complete. Maybe we're done.
We are not cookies.
What?
We are not cookies. We can't be done.
I was trying to figure out how you'd calibrate a cookie.
I don't know what calibrate means. But we are not cookies. We can't be done. And I don't think that they're just going to let us leave because they did all sorts of very illegal things. And if we were going to be let out, we could... I don't know.
Yeah, tell people that we were kidnapped by an entity that gave us magic powers.
Yes.
Well, y'all are doing a really good job of getting out anyways, it looks like.
oh, Cody's salty.
Thanks, kid.
If we can make a decision quickly, that would be wonderful, because my arm's getting kind of tired.
I'll take over.
Okay, does Jasmin take over holding the dart in?
Yes.
Okay. Zan, you notice that Max now has 2 arms.
What? Did I not have 2 arms before?
Did he not?
Excuse me?
What?
He had one in the ceiling when he tried to boost you up. Now he has 2 free arms.
Okay.
All right, let's try this again.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'll do like a real boost this time.
a real boost. All right, great. Zan, you don't actually need to roll an acrobatics check. Well, okay, you can roll one at advantage. I'll say.
All right.
So roll twice.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
First one was a 6 again.
We suck at this game.
Yeah, I roll real bad.
All right. All right, he gets you up there. It's undignified. He puts his hand on your butt and then pulls it away and is like, I didn't, and it's awkward.
Nope,
and you hate it.
We're not going to talk about this ever again.
All right.
Ever.
So
All right, now I'm up here. Seems nice.
you're in a space. You are immediately hit by how dusty it is. Does Zan have any allergies?
No, not to dust.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
6.
All right, good.
Talia.
Good God.
The DC was fucking 5, so you're fine.
Thank God I'm well constituted.
So you're in this space above the ceiling. There's a bunch of other pipes leading off in various directions, and you can see there's room for you to crawl around. There's a red light not far from where you are and a metal box fastened to the wall underneath it.
Can I go investigate that box?
Yeah. Okay, so you crawl over there, roll an investigation check.
And I roll another dice. Great.
Yeah.
Good. I'm just gonna, well, not this one or this one. Guess what it is?
Is it a 1?
No, it's a 6. Again.
All right.
I think I've only rolled 6s so far, and I've rolled like 5 times.
How big is your dice jail at this point?
Got 3 out of 5.
You open this little box up. It's not hard to open. And there's a control panel inside. There's a bunch of blinking lights and wires and knobs and switches. But you notice there are 2 controls labeled emergency. There is a knob that looks like the kind you would use to turn on a garden hose, and it's labeled emergency gas shutoff. There's also a switch labeled emergency door override.
Can I just like hit both of those?
Yeah. Okay. So you turn the knob and you hear like a screeching noise as this old knob turns. And back in that airlock chamber, the hissing stops and the dart is no longer being pushed against your hand, Jasmin.
I did something.
And then do you also hit the emergency door override?
Yes.
Okay, so you hit that and you hear a vroom, and in the airlock, both of the doors turn, the light surrounding them turns blue, and since they're automatic doors, based on proximity, they just open. And so back the way you came, you see that big open chamber and the sword automaton standing in the middle of the room. And the other way, you see a long hallway.
You did it.
Did that do anything?
Yes, you did it.
Awesome. I'm gonna come back down. I'm just gonna like carefully lower myself and then drop. You don't need to help me, Max.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you get down. Max looks a little sad that he's not allowed to help.
I hold the dart to Max as a consolation gift.
Yeah, I'll take the dart back.
Okay. Now you have the dart. I'm guessing, Zan, that you left all your bow and your short sword on the floor.
Actually, I'm pretty sure Cody has my sword right now.
Does he have Jasmine's sword? How do you have
No,
Jasmine's?
it doesn't Cody have my sword?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zan has her own sword.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I have both.
You guys got a lot of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff we're just carrying.
Okay, so I've got both of my things. All right, cool.
You hear a chime. Ding dong. Testing with chambers is not allowed. Please proceed. Error. Chamber F. Error.
So do we go forward or backward?
I thought we don't go to the sword thing.
Yeah, the sword thing hasn't noticed you. It's facing away.
Okay, cool. Let's not do the sword thing again.
Has the sword automaton like completely reset? Like, is it back to how it was when
No.
we first came in the room, or is it how it was when we left?
It's how it was when you left. It looks rough.
Okay.
It's got like that. The longer sword arm is like barely hanging. It's kind of like dragging behind it, only connected by a couple wires. I mean, it's not dragging. The thing isn't moving, but it's just like dangling there. And there's like sparks flying out of it. It looks very sad and lonely
Aww.
and almost dead.
It just wants a sword
Onward.
hug.
I don't like that room.
Yeah, it wasn't great, huh?
Yeah, I don't like that room either.
I start walking towards the long hallway.
Okay, great. So you walk down that door. That hallway has another airlock at the far end. And you make it there just fine. The airlock is also ringed in blue. Is everyone else going with you?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
we're not gonna let her go off by herself.
Yeah, once you leave that little airlock space, the door to the sword automaton slides back shut. It's still blue, but like you're far enough away that it's closed. And so when you get to the end of this new hallway, the airlock door opens and you see a room that's very different from the ones you've been fighting your way through. The room itself is round and the walls are made of plain concrete. There are 6 other airlock doors. 5 of them are ringed in blue light and are clustered on the wall next to the door you came through. On the opposite wall is a 6th airlock door ringed in red light. This room is also decked out with a bunch of hospital beds, crash carts, trays of equipment, IV bags, storage lockers. All of that stuff has been pushed off towards the walls, clumped together, leaving a space at the center of the room where there are 5 strange-looking beds. They're more like trays, I guess, about metal and 6 inches deep, filled with glowing blue slime. Next to the trays is another automaton. This one has a glowing blue symbol on its round, featureless face, but thankfully does not have swords for arms. It has 2 mechanical arms that look like just like human arms, 5-fingered hands at the ends, and it begins to walk towards you. What do you do?
Hold my shield in front of me.
Yeah, Zan jumps in front of Cody.
Cody has his hands up, thinking he's going to start firing spells at the first sign of trouble.
Okay, great. Who's in front then?
Probably Zen and Max.
So the automaton walks up to Zan and reaches out and tries to pick her up.
Hey, no.
Do you resist?
Yes.
Okay, make a strength check. What'd you get?
Is it a 6?
Okay, that's a 8.
All right.
It's not a 6.
It got
not a
an
6.
11. So even though Zan is kind of wriggling around, it picks her up and it walks over to one of the blue
Hey,
trays full
Stop
of
it.
goo and it just kind of dumps her in there.
gross.
So the goo isn't like sticky. It's like it molds to your body as it plops you in there, kind of like one of those memory foam mattresses. And as soon as you touch it, a hologram screen appears above you. It displays all the same stats as your wristband, including your name and all of the stuff about you, and the word healing in big blue letters. And you watch as your hit points tick back up.
I think I had
All right,
healed myself after I got hurt.
All right, well, you gain a spell slot back.
Nice.
And it still says healing. And it's got like a little loading symbol. The automaton's going to walk back over to Cody and try to pick him up.
I'd like to get in front of Cody, please.
Okay, yeah.
Max is gonna tap his wristbands together and summon both the sword and shield and get in the way.
Damn. All right.
I'd like to cast Ghost on the thing to get it to back off.
All right.
Also, I want to paint the picture that Zan is like sort of wiggling around in this bed.
It's kind of gross. You could get back out if you wanted to get out.
I'm like starting to get back out, but maybe it's a little bit difficult too.
Okay, yeah, great. Let's resolve this. Jasmin cast Gust, and so I need to make a saving throw. And it got a 12 saving throw. Does that...
Nope.
Nope. All right, it gets pushed backwards 5 feet. But then it just keeps walking back towards you, and it's gonna try to pick you up. You resist getting picked up?
Yes.
Okay, make a strength saving throw.
I've just got the flail.
Okay.
I get a 5.
Okay, yeah, it picks you up and it takes you over to one of the beds and it puts you in there, and a little screen, like hologram screen, appears above you and you start regaining hit points. And so I think you're back up to full pretty quick.
Yes. I was at 9.
And then the automaton goes over and tries to pick up Cody.
Is Max still there?
Yeah, I'm trying to protect Cody.
Okay, so if you step like in front of, like between the automaton and Cody.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna try to pick you up. So make a strength saving throw.
Well, that's my specialty. Well, 13.
No, it got a 16. It picks
Jesus.
you up. And then walks over and puts you in one of the beds.
During that commotion, Cody wants to try to slip by the robot and go over to check out Jasmin and Zan, make sure they're okay.
Yeah, you go over. I think Zan has probably clambered back out of the bed.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were gained 1 spell slot. Is Jasmin still in the bed?
Jasmin, I think you just see like 2 long, spindly arms and legs flailing about trying to find purchase to get back out, but she's having trouble.
Yeah, Max is now also in a bed, has regained a spell slot and hit points.
Can I run and jump at the automaton with my sword?
Sure. Are you going to attack it or just kind of grapple it?
I want to attack it.
Okay. So make an attack roll.
That's a 16.
Yeah, that hits. So go ahead and roll
yeah.
damage.
4.
All right. Yeah, you clang your sword down, kind of like hits it in a joint, and it staggers for a minute. Some sparks fly out, and then it tries to pick you up.
No! Damn it!
Do you resist?
Yes, I resist being picked up again.
All right. You can roll a strength saving throw to resist.
Hey, what if we all attacked it at once instead of one at a time? This is such a bad idea. I got a 9.
Okay, yeah, it picks you up and puts you in the bed.
Oh, wait, that's a 10. Sorry.
It's okay. It got like a 20.
Great.
It's a robot. It's pretty strong.
Cody has been watching all of this go down, and since he's been protected so well, he's been watching the screens and reading them.
Yeah.
So he's just climbed into one of the beds.
Okay, great.
Cody?
The automaton looks at Cody and it extends a metal arm and gives a thumbs up. Cody has I don't think Cody lost any hit points, but he now has 1 spell slot back. And it still says healing and there's a little loading icon.
Cody, what are you doing?
It said heal.
Like, the bed doesn't hurt, right? It just feels like a squishy bed.
Yeah. Doesn't hurt.
Okay, well, Max sees that the robot's not doing anything but dumping us in the bed, so it's just gonna stay here for a little bit.
Okay, great. Yeah, you stay in there for a couple minutes and it has that loading icon, and Max, you've now regained both of your spell slots back.
Does the screen change?
Yeah, once you're healed up to full, it just says healed, and there's a little check mark next to it. I think Cody is also in the bed for long enough. The automaton's still trying to pick up Zan and put her in the bed, and I'll just let that play on in the background. It picks her up, puts her in the bed, she gets back out over and over again. I think you all have full hit points now, and Zan is just only regained 1 of her 2 spell slots because she kept getting out. But yeah, the automaton's still just trying to put Zan back in the bed, but it doesn't come after any of the rest of you.
I think Zan finally just gives up, and like lets herself be put in the bed, but she's like frowning super hard. Like she wants everybody to know she is not happy about this.
Yeah, you sit there for a minute, and then you hear a tiny little like ding.
She's in there with like her arms crossed, just like
you have both your spell slots back now. And then actually once all 4 of you are healed, the automaton just stands there, doesn't do anything.
So whenever my screen has the check mark and it's like done doing whatever it's doing, I'm gonna try to get out the bed. Does the automaton react?
Nope, just stands there.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get out of the bed then.
Yeah, you're out of the bed.
Cody wants to silently go check out the pile of medical equipment or whatever you said there was over on the side of the room.
Are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just kind of like looking around the room?
Cody sees a pile of stuff, and so far the room's been really interesting with some cool beds. So
cool.
Just looking in general to see if he sees anything interesting.
Why don't you make an investigation check?
Okay. That would be a 4.
Yeah, it's a pile of like medical stuff. You think maybe could just be some weird beds.
Nothing over here, guys.
You're unsure if it's a bloodback or a Capri Sun.
if you're a vampire, it's the same thing.
Yeah, Max is gonna go look around and just see what's in the room besides these beds.
Yeah. Do you want to roll an investigation check too?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Oh boy. That is a 3 minus 1.
Guys, peek behind the curtain. I have a list of like, if you get like a DC whatever, then this is what you see. The lowest one is 5.
We're doing so good.
Max is a pile of garbage. You have no idea what this is.
And it's just a lot of garbage in this room.
It's almost like our dice don't have the upper numbers.
I think Jasmin, when she's finally out of the bed, walks over to the robot and is going to try to talk to it.
Sure.
Just, excuse me, Mr. Robot. Can you tell us anything? Like, where are we? Or why are we here? When can we go home?
The automaton just kind of like cocks its head to the side, but remains motionless other than that. Though from up close, you can get a better look at it. It's about as tall as you are, I'd say like over 6 feet tall. And instead of a face, it just kind of has like this oval piece of white metal. And in the center is a glowing blue symbol. And it's a square with a diagonal line cut through it. And the line kind of extends off in both directions past the edges of the square. But that's all. Kind of cocks its head at you. Doesn't do anything.
Can you... Do you know sign language? Or maybe you could blink once for yes, twice for no? Are we stuck here?
It has no eyes. It's got a circle for a face.
Yeah, but the light is on. It can blink the light.
It doesn't do anything. It just stands there.
Did you say there was one door that had different color light around it than the others?
Yes. So along one wall, there are 6 airlocks ringed in blue light. And then on kind of like the opposite side from them, there's one with red light. And actually the 6 doors are numbered 1 through 6.
Cody's gonna go from his pile of junk that had nothing in it.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And just kind of start circling from that point towards the doors, going to see if the doors open, and if they do open, what he can see without entering those rooms.
They all open, and when each of them slides open, you see a little airlock space, and you're close enough that if you just step a foot in, the other door will open, and each of them reveals a long plain hallway like the one you came out of. You came out of door number 2.
There's more hallways. Yippee. Not tired of this yet.
Zan climbs out of the bed, still looking pretty grumpy. And just walks over to check out the hallways.
Yeah, there's some hallways.
Ugh,
You came through one of them.
sucks.
It led to a bunch of pits and shit.
Tired of hallways. So there's 6 doors and then the one red door, and those are the only
Yes.
doors? Okay.
Yes.
Can I look at the trash piles?
Yes.
I will help her.
Okay. Then Zan gets triple advantage. So roll 3 dice. And I'm not going to tell you why she gets the extra one. She knows why.
Well, the first one's a natural 20.
Oh, perfect. Let me go
Thank
get
God.
my list of stuff that I'm so glad I get to say.
It actually is
right.
a pile of garbage.
Is the reason that you gave her advantage that you wanted to say the pile of stuff?
No. Yeah, okay, so this room is filled with a bunch of old medical equipment. It's all very dusty and looks like it hasn't been used for a long time. Anything you touch leaves a kind of gross, grimy feeling residue on your hands. The sheets on the beds are look very just worn, and when you pull on them, they actually disintegrate in your hands.
Ugh. Gross.
The IV bags, some of them still hanging on the IV hooks or in the cupboards when you open them are empty. They're just floppy plastic bags. You find a bunch of bottles labeled with painkillers that you recognize, and some antibiotics, but when you open the little pill bottles, they're empty. There's some dust in there. The bottles of liquid painkillers are also empty, and the rubber stoppers are cracked and dry. I'll say since you got a natural 20 and Zan is very naturally suspicious, you realize that when the automaton was kind of following you all around and picking you up and putting you in the beds, it walked by the red door at one point and the door switched from red to blue. But then when it came back to your side of the room, it is red again.
Oh ho ho. I have an idea based on my very good seeing of this room, y'all.
Well, it's just piles of junk.
Cody and Max are there's literally nothing here. This is nothing.
Yeah, You look over, and for like the last 5 minutes, Max has started his investigation of the room, and then got absolutely distracted by a pair of those like locking forceps, and he's just been playing with those.
Hey, Max. Max.
Huh? What? Yeah?
Hey,
Huh?
you've got muscles.
Sure.
Can you pick up the automaton?
I can try.
Yeah, make a strength check. Or make an athletics check, actually.
Okay. That is a 16.
Yeah, you pick up the automaton. It's heavy and awkward. The automaton doesn't do anything. You picked it up.
Could you put it over by the red door? I think it might open it.
Okay. I'm going to walk it over to the
All
door.
right, yeah, you kind of awkwardly amble over there. And yeah, as soon as you get within like 6 feet of the airlock door, it turns blue and opens.
Hello there. Welcome to Dice Disasters. Hope you're enjoying the episode so far. Episode 3. Joining me today, I have Robot. Hey, Robot.
Howdy, y'all.
Dadgummit. Gets me
Every time, baby.
Every time. So, Robot, I have a very important, serious question.
Yes.
How you doing with the loss of Frenchie?
You know, it hasn't been easy, but I think I'm handling it okay.
It was so short. Like, when we found Frenchie first episode, I was like, long haul. This is our new best friend.
Yeah. I was really expecting Renchi to go the distance, at least 40 episodes.
Ah, dadgummit. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear you're doing okay with such a huge loss.
Yeah.
But you know what isn't a huge loss? Our website.
Oh, boy.
What the worst transition I've ever done in my entire life, but I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. Okay.
Yep.
Our website, dicedisasters.com, is a really cool place where we're putting show notes and information about us, our bios, but we also have some really cool stuff for those of you who are really into numbers.
Yeah, on the website, you can find information about all of us and all of our stats on our character sheets.
So yeah, so if you're really into those nerd numbers, you can go there. And if for ever any reason, if there's information that you wish we were putting out so that you could, check out all those details, please let us know. Reach out to us on social media and let us know what you'd love to see added to our website. Our Twitter is @DiceDisasters. If you share the show on social media, use the hashtag DiceDisasters, or you can leave a review on your whatever podcasting service you use. Because, hey, Robot, what happens if they leave a review or use the hashtag?
Well, you could get an NPC named after you.
What? That sounds incredible. You can be immortalized forever on a podcast. And hey, it's early days, so you have a pretty good chance of joining the fun.
Speaking of fun, if you have an idea for an item that you think would be great for someone in the party, you can go to our website and click on item submission and submit your own item for us to find somewhere in the world or buy in a shop.
Yeah, we'd love whatever ideas you have. We want to make this podcast as fun for you all listening as it is for us to make. So yeah, let's stop talking about this crap and let's head on back to the story. Bye.
Bye.
What's behind that door?
Yeah. Okay. It opens into a spacious concrete hallway. So the rooms that you started in were like covered in these white tiles that give off a faint glow. This big like medical room that you're in only has tiles on the ceiling, and they look like they were just kind of like put there. Like they're not part of the room. They're lighting it up, but not as much as the like constant glowing light you've been in. And the hallway's the same way. It's a long concrete hallway. There's some like exposed pipes and stuff, and the ceiling just kind of has these tiles every couple feet, giving it a small amount of light. To the right is just a open doorway and a staircase that leads upwards. And then to your left is a closed door, but it has like a little rectangle window, and you can see that it's a stairwell that leads down. And at the end of this hallway, you see another big airlock door. This one's much larger than the ones you've seen so far. It's like 10 feet by 10 feet, and it is ringed in red. So to be clear, there's a staircase leading up, a door that leads to a stairwell, and then a big airlock. Big red boy.
I call everyone else over who isn't already there. Cody and Jasmin.
That was really smart.
Thanks. I just noticed it. I don't know about you guys, but I think we go up, right? This seems like some kind of underground bunker. Up seems like it might go out.
Yeah, I feel like we're underground.
I like going up.
And I want to get out.
Okay. The stairway leading up is lit a little bit on the bottom, but then is dark.
Cody opens up his wrist thing and hits light.
Okay, so to cast light, you have to like touch an object to do it.
Let's do his own jumpsuit.
I love this glowing jumpsuit thing we have going on.
All right.
I mean, he's looking around. He's like, that one.
With just a flash, Cody's jumpsuit is now kind of glowing. It's like a nice warm yellow light, which is very different from the like almost fluorescent blue that these tiles are giving off. And there's a little staircase going up.
I'll lead the way.
Sounds good, kid.
Yeah, you
We go up.
so you go up these stairs, and they kind of like double back on themselves and then go back up. You probably only climbed about, I don't know, 15 feet higher. And you emerge in a room that it looks like a NASA mission control room, or like a viewing area in like above an operating room. There's a bunch of desks with signs above them, a lot of old dusty computer monitors. Along one wall is a bank of computer screens, and along another is a large window that actually looks down into the room you were just in.
Do the computer screens look modern or like...
Yes. It would be like a couple years out of date.
Does anything in here look like it's been touched? Like, or is like on like in the dust? Do we see anything?
Ooh, make an investigation check.
Can I help with that?
Yes. I'll say Zan asked you all to look around, and so Zan, you can roll advantage.
17.
17. All right. Yeah, you can see that your own feet are leaving footprints in the dust as you come up these stairs. And then you kind of, I guess, like shine Cody around like a flashlight. You can see that there is another pair of footprints that was there before you, that kind of like wanders around the room and then comes back to where you are.
Do they stop at any specific places, like specific computers?
Yeah, and you can see like if you follow those footprints around, you can see that they stop at things. You can see like where like a handprint has kind of like smeared off some dust on some like clipboards or on the monitor, and like there are a couple of drawers that are opened, but you don't find anything like.
Do any of the computers have a headset at the table?
Yes.
Cody immediately runs over there, puts the headset on, and starts slapping the keyboard, pretending to be someone controlling a room.
Beautiful. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
17.
17. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you just go for it. You're wailing on the keyboard. You're chatting. You're saying, come on, come in, space station. This is Houston.
Yep.
It's fun.
That was awesome.
It's like one of those like mechanical keyboards, and
Hey, everyone, take a spot and we'll sit here and we can pretend we're in control.
Pretend we're in control. That sounds nice.
Max is going over and also doing this.
okay, Max also puts on a headset.
Uh-huh.
So what are the two of you saying?
I'm Commander Cody. What's your name?
I'm Captain Max.
Awesome. Let's bring home these people from the moon. I saw Apollo 13 once. I wasn't supposed to stay up that late.
Maybe we're the people on the moon.
Wait, do you actually think we're on the moon? That would be
I don't know.
pretty sick.
We could be.
You can't wake up on the moon.
Yeah, everybody knows everyone who goes to the moon stays asleep forever.
No, I mean, like, you can't go to sleep on the Earth and wake up on the moon. That's just silly.
You can't have magic powers either.
Yeah, your jumpsuit's glowing, kid.
It's cool.
I can make fire if I make fire.
Oh, nice. All right. Jasmin suddenly has just a handful of fire. The room gets a little brighter.
As Cody is pressing lots of buttons on the computer, is there anything I can roll to maybe accidentally have something pop up on the screen?
No, it just seems
Okay.
like there's no power in this room.
Gotcha. Okay.
Great. We've got fire and glowing. And we're
We
still...
could be on the moon.
This room seems like a bust. Are there any other doors in here? Like, this is as far up as it goes, apparently?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we go back down. I hate to be a buzzkill, but...
I know we're probably not on the moon, but I just mean, we could be anywhere. Like, we don't even know how much time has passed. These computers look relatively new, but there's so much dust everywhere. Maybe it's like 100 years from now, or like 100 years from the past, from where we were. We don't know anything.
I mean, all I can think of is that we keep moving. Find somewhere else.
Can we remember where this room is? I like it. In case we want to come back?
Yeah, sure we can.
Okay. And so Cody puts his headset down and gathers with the group to go wherever they want to go.
All right. Do you head back down the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're back in that hallway, and then the unexplored areas are the giant red ringed airlock door, and then a staircase that leads down, like a stairwell.
The moment Cody sees the automaton on the ground where Max left it, Cody's like, hey, that thing opened that door. What about that other door down the hall?
Can't hurt. I mean, it could.
And Cody
Theoretically.
just looks at Max, just staring at him.
Like gestures to the automaton.
Yeah, just pointing at it.
Yeah, I'll go drag it over to where the door
Okay.
is.
Yeah, you can use the same strength check as last time. It's not easy, but you do drag the automaton down the hallway. It's about like 40 feet. So you're dragging him for a while, and then you stop him in front of the big door. Nothing happens.
I'm imagining the whole time we were all waiting back over at the ends of the hallway, like, looking good.
It was worth a shot!
Keep it up.
The door leading back to the hospital area is now ringed in red again.
I guess we better go downstairs then.
I don't have a better plan, unfortunately.
Okay, so as you open the door to the stairwell, there's like a little landing area and then some like switchback stairs that go downwards. And the stairwell is lit up. Like it has more of those tiles kind of like stuck onto the walls and ceilings fairly haphazardly. And next to the stairwell is actually a faded sign. And if you take a look at it, it is a map of the floor you're on. And you recognize that round medical room and the stairs up to the control room. The testing chambers on there that you like, the hallways that you came out of, they don't look like the ones you were in though. Like you were in a series of like long hallways with like square rooms and then hallways again. There's just like one big chamber on this map labeled SPEL testing. And at the end of the hallway where you saw that big locked airlock door, you see a symbol that looks like an elevator.
Does this map have anything on it that indicates what floor this is? Like, does it say B3 or something?
Yes, it does. It says B1.
I think we're underground. Look.
Actually, Jasmin, could you roll an investigation check for me since you're like checking out the map?
Yes, sure. 18 plus 2.
Nice.
20.
Perfect. All right. So the sign itself is also very dusty. You notice that like everything since you've come out of that medical room and beyond has been like covered in a layer of dust. This map though, like it looks like somebody wiped off a layer of dust with their hand. And if you squint at it, you can kind of see that they circled the elevator and then the stairs leading down. And they put an X through the control room and through the medical room.
Whoever was here before us, it looks like they went downstairs. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like seeing another person. Maybe they know what's going on.
Yeah, or someone to punch. Shall we?
Yes.
We
Yeah.
walk down the stairs.
As we're walking down the stairs, Cody mutters to himself, I don't want to go down to BO. I don't like BO.
I feel like BO would be up.
That's not how numbers do.
But like, doesn't it?
You get to the next floor, there's a door marked B2.
Ha!
Fine.
Zan has no problem lording it over a small child.
Beautiful.
No, it's Cody. It goes ground floor, and then underneath that is B, and then the number goes up the more lower you go. And then above ground floor is first floor, and then everything goes up from there.
Zan sticks out her tongue.
Cody's confused and just keeps walking.
Beautiful.
Did this floor also have a map?
Yes. This floor also has a map, and it shows a hallway, a large room marked server room, and 4 smaller rooms marked lab A, B, C, and D. Lab D is much bigger than the other labs. This map has also been cleaned off, someone wiped the dust off, and there is a bloody smear across the server room, like someone drew an X on it using blood.
Oh, no.
Do you roll an investigation check on?
Yeah.
I'll help. I also looked at the other map, so I probably...
Okay, you can get advantage on it.
I got a 15.
Great. Someone used their finger to circle lab D and the staircase.
Does the staircase keep going down?
Yes. The staircase
Okay.
goes down, but it's dark beyond where you are.
Can I throw a flame down the staircase?
Yeah.
We also have a glowing child, so like,
you could throw him.
I think throwing a flame is safer than throwing a child.
Are you sure about that?
I was recommending we throw him.
So where are you throwing it?
Down the stairs?
I don't know if throwing fire is a good idea.
Well,
I think it's a great idea. Let's do
Jasmin
it.
has tossed a ball of flame down the staircase. It's like they're like switchback stairs, like you would find in like an apartment building or a hospital or just any sort of large building stairwell. And so it hits the wall like not too far down and lights it up, and you see that there's just like more dust and continues further down.
Is there a gap in the middle of the stairs that goes
Yes.
all the way up and down?
Yes.
Okay. Max is gonna walk over with the dart and
Okay.
drop the dart in the gap and just see how far down it goes.
Okay, make a intelligence check.
Ooh boy.
You drop it and it goes ding, ding, ding. But you don't know what that means.
Okay. It's a natural 20.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
All
You know
right.
exactly how many feet that is.
Yeah. Okay, so you're on B2 and you drop it down this hole. You listen. You can tell that there are 3 more floors below you, and that the bottommost one is twice as tall as the one you are on now. So
How did you know that?
you got a nat 20. I gotta give it to
Max
him. All
developed
right.
sonar
How
hearing.
would you even figure that out?
So it's like, let's say each floor is about 15 feet. So it's like 60 feet it dropped.
But how would you know how tall the last floor is?
He knows this.
Max is a bat.
It's all that time spent playing football.
All that time. Yeah. He's so good at distances.
Yep.
Well, I guess we've got sort of 2 choices here. We could either check this floor out, or we could keep going down. I don't know. I don't know whether the bloody smear makes me want to look in there or not want to look in there.
Well, if they're hurt, we can help them. We can put them in the gross beds, and they'll heal.
Can Cody hear anything on the floor they're on with all the labs? Is there any noise?
Yes. Make a perception check.
It's a 10.
Yeah, there's like a hum. Since there's only the 4 of you walking around, like you can hear like that the tiles above you give off like a very, very faint buzzing noise. But like this floor is like, it's got like a mechanical like just as an undertone to everything.
Okay, I think I want to go check out was it the server room that had the smear on it?
Yeah.
I want to know what that's about.
I'm coming with her.
Okay, so you leave the stairwell and you're in the hallway from the map. It's a long hallway, and along one side you see 4 doors. They're like old doors, like the stairwell doors, not fancy airlocks, except for 2 of them. There's on the side that would be the server room, there's a large, like 10-foot by 10-foot airlock door. It's ringed in red. And then down the other wall that has the labs on it, the one at the far end is also has an airlock door, but that one is ringed in red, but it's open. And that's all you can see from here.
Well, I don't think we can get into the server room, so now I want to go check out the other red door. Does anybody else want to come with?
Cody will come with.
Yeah, I'm coming with you.
Great. So you
All right, bye, Max.
you walk down there, and as you approach this last door, you can see that it is held open by just like a long pipe of some sort that's kind of like jammed between the 2 doors, and it's holding it open. And this door is marked Lab D. And so Lab D is actually coated in glowing white tiles. The ceiling, the floor, the walls. And the room is barren, except for 5 humongous tubes in the center. Each tube is like 6 feet in diameter and reaches up to the ceiling. They are each on top of like a metal base, and in front of that is like a small control panel sticking out. 4 of the tubes are empty, but the 5th is filled with crackling blue light. And yeah, do you go in the room?
Mm-hmm. Look around.
Yeah, sort of carefully stepping over the wedged piece of whatever.
Yeah, you like carefully move around that. And as you move further into the room, you can see that each tube has a control panel in front of it that is one of those like holograms, like the ones on your wristband. The tubes are numbered 2411 through 2415. In the tube of blue light, you can see faintly see the shape of a person, and they're just kind of floating in there. The control panels are different though for the empty tubes compared to the full tube. And so I'm going to tell you what the control panels say.
Nice.
In front of the full tube, there are 2 buttons. One says receive number 2413, and the other says discard number 2413. And then the empty tubes, each has a number. So the first one says number 2411, status alive. And then there are buttons. One says summon new subject. One says open Cruft capsule. And one says purge Cruft capsule. And I don't think any of you would recognize the word Cruft, Cruft.
Nope.
But
No.
that's what
Nope.
you got. So
Can I do some sort of investigation check to see if there's anything else?
sure. Yeah, roll an investigation check.
So Oliver, we can see like everything in the SPEL main menu sheet. We can
Yes.
see all of that information on our wristbands, right?
Correct.
So Max kind of remembers something and then pulls up his wristband menu, and then he walks over to Zan and kind of points out that the number 2411 is on his hologram thing.
Oh. I pull up my hologram as well, and I see that it says 2414 on it. So, is this how they got us here? They zap us here through the tubes? Is there another person in there? Should we let them out?
Yeah, if that's another person, we have to let them out, right?
Let me resolve real quick. Jasmin rolled an investigation check. What did you get on that?
I sure did. I got a natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
And my investigation is +2. So 22.
okay. So each tube, the ceiling's like 15 feet high. Like it's like a tall room. And the tube goes all the way up to the ceiling, where it is connected up there, but it's not like it's closed on the top and the bottom. There's nothing else in there. It doesn't like keep going up into the ceiling or into the floor. Although beneath it, this like metal base, you can see that there is like an outline of where some sort of hatch would open, and space. I don't know. It's about 2 feet high and goes the entire way around the tube. And so you can see that there's some sort of compartment under there. And when you look at the person floating in the filled tube, you can see that it's a person with kind of like long hair. It might be in a braid. I think that's all you can get from looking at that, because it's very bright and hard to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Cody has pulled out his SPEL wristband and has also seen that his number is 2412.
Yeah.
And so he is standing next to the control panel for 2412, staring very longingly at the control panel, deciding if he wants to press a button. What were the buttons again?
Summon new subject, open Cruft capsule, purge Cruft capsule.
His hand is going to be hovering over the open Cruft capsule. And it's, as he doesn't know what it is, but it doesn't want to do the first one to sound scary. And the last one doesn't want to get rid of something. He wants to open it. It's like Christmas.
Is he gonna touch it?
I was going to give the other people in the room an option to stop the small child if they
See a 12-year-old reach one skinny arm out with a finger pointed, getting closer and closer to the control
Too
panel.
distracted, I think.
Great.
Yeah, Max is going to stop him.
Okay, I want to then see if small child will cannon out beat on a roll an adult coming to stop him.
Make
I'm just watching.
dexterity contest.
Oh, no.
Okay. 12.
Oh,
Max?
please. That is also a 12. Plus 0.
I'll say with a tie. God, you tied, but Cody is closer, and so I'll say that he manages to touch the open Cruft button.
Okay.
And when you do that, you hear like click, and then a panel, the panel on the metal base of your tube opens up.
Cody jumps back.
Yeah, and there's a space under there.
Cody gets down on his kind of not hands and knees, but like crouched down and slowly like inches his way forward to see what's up there.
Cool. Okay, so in this space, it's dark, but conveniently you are glowing.
I keep forgetting about that.
He kind of puts one of his arms up to kind of get a little bit of light closer.
Using your wrist to kind of shine more light.
Yeah.
You see a pile of stuff and you recognize it as your stuff. You can see your yellow JanSport and that hoodie that you like to wear, the red one, and your sneakers and some other crap.
Before you could even describe anything, Cody's hands are on his backpack and he's opening it and he is digging into it to see what's in there.
Perfect. Yeah, you've got your 3-ring binder and your pencil case and your pocket folders and your cards and their Ziploc bag and a ruler.
He has a Ziploc bag out and he's
earbuds.
counting the cards.
Yep, they're all there. Probably takes a while, but you count.
He is smiling bigger than you've seen this child smile in a very long time. And then he digs one final time to see if his iPod Touch is in there.
It is, and you pull it out, and it has a dead battery, but it's there.
Okay. He does click it to try to turn it on.
It doesn't even pop up to say like
Okay.
with the low battery thing. Like it just seems dead.
He's a little bit saddened in that moment. You see the smile drop ever so slightly, but he's still much happier than he was when we started from the chamber with the dart in the hole.
Beautiful.
Guys, my stuff! My stuff's all here! Stuff!
Wait, shit. Do we have our stuff
I
too?
pressed the open button.
Can I just say, in the year 2019, this 12, 13-year-old child has an iPod Touch, and I love it.
I was also thinking that.
It's chunky. It's a chunky device.
It's an old one.
Good. Excellent. Zan goes and pokes the open button
Great. Yeah.
of 2414.
Yeah. So yours pops open also, and there's a space under there, and you see a pile of stuff. You see some of your clothes and your purses there, and the pile is wiggling.
I'm gonna like scoop everything out of there and try to find the wiggling.
Yeah, the wiggling is a rat.
Hat!
It is your rat.
Yes! Oh my god. I don't have any food. Shit. I'm just gonna like bundle the rat up in the clothes and just like pet it. It's calming.
Yes, the rat loves it. It's so happy.
Yes.
It missed you.
Yes. I missed it. I was worried.
Max is also going to go over and poke his open button.
Yeah, Max, he finds his jacket and his jeans and shoes and his phone, his keys, his wallet, and a small notebook.
I'm wearing something under this jumpsuit, right? Like underwear?
Yes.
Okay, this jumpsuit's coming off and my clothes are going on.
Okay, you see
Right
Max
now.
just zip all the way down past his titty window.
I forgot about the titty window.
He's standing
I
there.
did too. F for the titty window.
Just make a new one in your regular clothes.
Yeah, you're wearing like, I don't know, boxers, whatever Max normally wears. Yeah, he's got his regular underwear on under the jumpsuit. Yeah, he can put his clothes back on.
Oh, I feel so much better.
As soon as Max starts like sort of breaks the seal on just stripping in this room, Zan's also gonna start putting her own clothes on.
Okay, great.
Cody's on the ground with his back against the wall. He has his some paper out and his colored pencils, and he's just sitting there doodling.
He's just drawing a picture.
Yeah, he's completely outside of whatever's happening. He's just doodling.
Yeah. Does Jasmin open up her canister too?
Jasmine is still focused on the tube that has a person in it, and she touches her wristbands together and pushes the button for shape water, and she's going to try and move the water inside the tube.
Cool. Okay, you press shape water and both of your hands start to glow with that familiar yellow and pink kind of crackly magical energy. And you put your hands up towards the tube and the substance in there does not move. You don't know if it's because it's not water or because there's too much glass in the way, or if magic doesn't work like that. You don't know why, but you are unable to affect the tube.
Just kind of looks disappointingly at her hands, then just shakes them to see if that gets rid of the energy.
How long does that spell last?
It's instant.
Yeah, I'll say it. It fades. You're no longer.
Only then does she kind of realize what the rest was up to, and she
That her two
figures
of her
out-
companions stripped and one is doodling in a binder.
Yes. She looks around, spots Max still half unclothed, just kind of starts a bit, then turns around and spots Zan half unclothed and turns around really fast with a red face and then walks over to the last one that is probably hers.
She presses open cruft capsule and there's her clothes and her phone and her 3DS and her shoulder bag.
The 3DS is empty, I assume.
Yeah, it's the battery doesn't work.
Yeah, she'll take it out.
Beautiful.
Zan lets Hat sit on her shoulder and she sort of goes through the rest of her stuff and kind of like puts it all into the, I think you said the purse was there?
Yes.
Just sort of organizing things in there.
Yeah, you've got your purse.
Well, this was a cool room. I like this room.
I assume the battery on my phone is dead as well.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't explicitly list this, but Cody's backpack does have 2 like granola bars in it, Nutri-Grain bars type thing. None of you feel hungry though. Yeah, you remember feeling hungry earlier, but you don't feel hungry now. You can roll a intelligence check if you want, if you care to think more on that.
Sure. 10.
No, it's weird. You don't feel hungry.
Think? Yeah.
Can I see if Hat looks hungry?
Yes. Hat is nibbling at you. Like
Does anybody have any food? I don't know. I'm not hungry, but Hat seems kind of peckish.
Hat?
Oh, yeah, this is my rat. Hat.
Cody digs into his backpack to get his pair of school scissors. And while he's in there, he sees the granola bars. And it's like, oh, I have some granola bars. Does someone want them?
Yeah, that's actually pretty good rat food. Could I have a little bit?
Yeah, sure. He just hands one out.
Yeah. I open it up and crumble it a bit and start feeding little bits to Hat.
And Cody goes to cut out his doodle from his paper.
Jasmin removes her hands from her eyes and checks to see that everyone is clothed. And then after Zan talked about the rat, and then she sees the rat and she kind of excitedly walks over.
Hat is nibbling on some granola bar. Looks very happy. What pronouns does Hat use?
Hat uses she, her. It's
Okay. Yeah, she looks very contented. She's got her little hands on the granola bar chunks.
Is this your rat?
yeah. This is Hat. It's short for Hatchet.
Hat the rat. I like that.
Yeah, I maybe should have done like a rat ship sit, but I didn't think about that. And so now it's okay. It's stuck.
I'm surprised she's alive.
I mean,
I'd kind of assumed we'd been here a while.
yeah. Well, don't our wristbands still say December 1st, 2019?
Well, why would they be telling the truth?
Fair.
You've probably spent a total of around maybe like 6 hours awake, like between your first calibration expedition and the last one and then this one.
Mm-hmm.
But you were knocked out in between them and you don't know anything about how much time passed.
I'm glad she's alive though.
Yeah. I'm also glad she's alive.
Cody takes his new cutout doodle, puts it with the other cards in the Ziploc bag in his pocket, stuffs his hoodie into his backpack, and zips it all up. And he kind of just puts it all together. He's still wearing his glowing jumpsuit. He's not going to get rid of that right now. He's and he just stands up and looks around the room and sees everybody there. Sees a rat. Makes a mental note saying, "I'll ask about that later." And then just like, "Hey, this room was cool. Want to find some other ones?"
Yeah.
Well, shouldn't we try and save the other person?
Yeah, there's a person in there. I kind of want to get him out.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
Yeah, as a reminder, that control panel is different from the other ones. It says receive number 2413 and then a second button that says discard number 2413.
So the discard sounds bad.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
real
let's
bad.
not-
Let's not
Let's not.
press that one.
Says, I mean, like, if there's two options, I feel like receive seems like a good one. I can't
Yeah.
come up with any ways that could be really bad, but like also everything here sucks.
I was trying to search for some sort of like a hatch or something, but I looked all around and I couldn't find anything. So, like, I'm fairly certain that if we do anything, the bottom of the tube is going to open up and they're going to fall into whatever is below here. But that's as far as I got.
Huh.
You do know that below the tube, like below the glass see-through part, is that container that was labeled Cruft that you opened up.
We could always use more friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, screw this. Zan presses the receive button.
Yep.
Okay.
It's taking too long.
As you press that and you hear a bing, and the glowing blue substance filling the tube starts to glow brighter. It glows brighter and brighter, and after a minute, you all have to shield your eyes from the blinding light that is filling the room. The glow is accompanied by a hum that rises in volume. You feel the room start to vibrate under your feet, and you stumble. You all fall to the floor as the room starts shaking. The lights around you turn out, and the room is completely lit by the glowing blue substance. And then it stops. The light fades and you blink your eyes a couple times to adjust. The lights around you flicker back on. You notice a few of the tiles are now not lit up anymore, but there's enough to see, and the blue material filling the tube has vanished. Curled up at the bottom of the tube is a young woman with a long black braid in a gray jumpsuit.
You can find us on Twitter at Dice Disasters, and we have more information about the show and the cast at dicedisasters.com.
Our website was made by Allison Auding, who will be joining the podcast actually very soon.
Dice Disasters is edited by Alan Brazzell, who plays Cody.
Our cover art is made by our DM, Oliver Northwood.
Our theme song is by People Need Goals, who you can find on Bandcamp or on Twitter at People Need Goals. Go listen to their music. It's really good. I like it. You'll like it.
We've posted the first few episodes of Dice Disasters all at once, so go ahead and load up the next one right now. But please subscribe so you'll get new episodes as they're released.